Welcome to a historic journey down Okanagan Lake with the SS Okanagan Sternwheeler. At the turn of the 20th century, the Okanagan was bustling with trade routes and traveling transport that required the Canadian Pacific Railway to extend their track and services down to the landing in Vernon, BC. For early settlers, the roads were treacherous and often the rail never interconnected. To assist in the local demand, the CPR constructed several sternwheelers to extend service down the lake to access areas that the track could not be laid. The CPR built a shipyard near the head of Okanagan Lake, and it was at this yard that the local sternwheeler ship, the SS Okanagan, was built and took her first launch. She was launched at the shipyard on Tuesday, April 16th at 3:20 p.m. The mayor declared her launch a half holiday, and local schools, stores, and offices were closed. A special CPR train transported hundreds of excited spectators down to the beaches to witness her first voyage. The sternwheeler was christened and named by Mrs. Gr.4, the wife to the superintendent of the CPR, and the ship gracefully took her first plunge into the water. The SS Okanagan was declared the fastest steamer in the province at 18 miles per hour, and she was a vision of luxury. In 1907, she cost $90,000 to construct. She was 190 feet long and trimmed with gold paint. She had 3 spacious decks with many amenities. The lower deck had the express office for freight transport, machinery, washrooms, and mess rooms for the crew. The main deck was home to 2 dining saloons, the bar, the gentlemen's cabins, and the ladies' cabins. Her upper deck had 16 passenger staterooms, an observatory, and the officers' quarters. There were several chandeliers on board, the furniture was of the highest quality from Montreal, and the plush carpeting came from England. Atop the whole ship, almost 50 feet above the water, was the private pilot house for the captain, finished with oak floors, 2 compasses, and navigation searchlights. Captain Estabrook took to sailing the SS Okanagan from her launch until his retirement in 1915, and he was assisted by a dedicated and loyal crew known as the Rocky Mountain Sailors. The SS Okanagan made 6 runs a week down to Penticton, stopping at many ports, villages, and town centers along the lake shore, including the terminus for the Kettle Valley Railway. She was often the main ship used for fruit transport down to the southern interior, and frequently the SS Okanagan was also used to relocate and move barges and assist in transporting freight. There were also many months where the SS Okanagan was used to relieve the duties and routes of her sister ships, the SS Aberdeen and the SS York. With her luxurious construction, she was also a coveted passenger ship offering transport up and down Okanagan Lake, and was host to many special occasions and celebrations, moonlight dances, and regattas. Sadly, though, as the years progressed and transport and technology improved, the SS Okanagan was used less frequently, required more repair, and became inefficient. On April 25, 1940, the CPR abandoned the use of their tracks to the landing, and on August 3rd of that year, the last train left the landing, pulling up the tracks behind it. The SS Okanagan stayed docked on the beaches, and in 1951, 48 years after her construction, she was dismantled along the shores of Okanagan Lake. Today, there are no slips along the beach, and there are no train tracks leading to the water. The landing residents, however, hold strong to these memories and work hard to maintain their heritage, so that the SS Okanagan and the CPR history is not forgotten. On April 8, 1949, the Okanagan Landing and District Community Association was created under the Societies Act to create and promote educational, social, and recreational activities. In 1971, the association purchased the decommissioned lands and buildings, and they worked hard to clean up the large CPR shipyard and restore the original station house. When you walk along the lakeshore now, there are children playing, families gathering, and boats launching off the new docks, and the SS Okanagan's history lapping at the shore as the waves break over the beaches of Paddle Wheel Park.